Well, if you've been following along with me on my marathon journey, then you know by now that I did not run a sub 3 hour marathon in Houston. So much time and energy goes into preparing for races like this, and all it takes is for one thing out of your control to go wrong. It ended up being a lot warmer than I had anticipated on race day. You know, you expect to have good weather in January, but Southeast Texas weather is unpredictable. The weather was around 60 degrees at the start, and then it crept up to about 72 by the time the race finished. And it was also humid that day. The day before the race, we had perfect weather, 30 to 40 degrees in the start, low humidity, and you know, it is what it is. You can't blame the weather for everything, but on race day, I wasn't even concerned about that. I wasn't even thinking about it. To me, honestly, it felt like another workout that I was doing, and I wasn't nervous about the weather at all. I just was focused on the race, and I didn't let it get to me. My son is just getting up from his nap and he wants us to get him up out of bed. He's making a lot of noise, so sorry about that. I did everything exactly the same regarding nutrition and hydration going into the race, just like I had practiced during the prep, so nothing had changed. I even brought a food scale with me and ate the exact same foods in the exact same amounts to make sure that I was controlling everything that I possibly could. So I'm confident in the nutrition and the hydration that I did that day. But when you're grabbing one, sometimes even two Gatorades at every aid station, and also sometimes grabbing a water, and then also grabbing a water and dumping it on you to cool off, that's all you can do in hot conditions like that to try to stay hydrated. And you just can't physically keep up with the amount of fluid that you're losing and the amount of sodium that you're losing through your sweat. So I feel like I did everything that I possibly could, but before mile 17, I was already getting goosebumps all over my arms and all over my body. So I knew that I was, going downhill once I started getting goosebumps, but I kept pressing and I ended up paying dearly for it. But I will say that I never walked. So I am proud of myself for not walking, but I did go from running 6:52 average pace to running 11-minute miles once my legs started to seize up. You sacrifice so much when training for a race like this, going out to eat, going to bed early, and just saying no to so many things because of how it might affect your training. And then you show up on race day prepared and miss the mark. It feels very defeating. But you can't get discouraged and just give up on your goals if you fail. If you aren't failing at times, then you're probably not pushing yourself to your full potential. Failing is sometimes just part of the process. It's what you do with that failure that's important. Do you just give up on your goals and call it quits? Or do you use your failure as an opportunity to learn and reflect on that failure and then take what you learned into your next prep? You can do absolutely everything right in your preparation. You can nail nutrition, sleep, hydration, training, etc. And all it takes is for one thing to go wrong that's totally out of your control, and it can completely screw up everything and ruin the outcome. During training and on race day, you control all of the controllables. But sometimes things are just out of your control. Just because you train for a certain time does not guarantee you that you're going to run that time. Nothing is guaranteed, because if it were, then what would be the fun in that? This is just a stepping stone in my sub 3 hour marathon journey. The same thing happened to me whenever I ran my first 5K and tried to break the 20-minute barrier and ended up missing it by about 20 seconds. I came back a little less than 3 months later and ended up running an 18:31 for my second 5K attempt. And had I just given up on my goal, I never would have run that time. The point being, don't just give up on your goals just because you fail. At the end of the day, it's a luxury to be able to sign up for races like this, to be able to pay the entry fee and then spend months training to race. I'm beyond blessed and thankful that I'm able to afford to do this and that my body is able to support my goals and my dreams that I have set for myself. And I'm truly blessed that I have a loving and supporting wife that supports me in absolutely everything that I do, and that I have so many friends and family that support me along the way as well. And all of this to say, I'm not done yet. This is just the starting point of my marathon journey. I'm not giving up on my sub 3 hour goal just because I failed the first time that I tried at it. I will be attempting another sub 3 hour marathon this year, and I'm going to be announcing my race during the next episode, so be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, thank you so much to everyone that has shown me support, that's commented, that's sent me messages, or just encouraged me along the way of my sub 3 hour marathon journey. I truly appreciate it, and it means the world to me. So thank you again. Until next time, thanks for watching.